right. Looks like Tesla insurance took care of me. Hey, welcome back to the channel. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I really appreciate that. So I got my car back from Tesla. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the accident. I'm gonna tell you how long it took for them to fix it. I'm gonna tell you the process of the insurance, how much I had to pay, how much insurance is paying, how much everything costs to fix. I'm gonna break it down for you guys. But first of all, I'm gonna let you know this. I'm happy I had Tesla insurance. Quick overview, I was making the unprotected left. The cars opened up for me. They left a little gap. I'm creeping out, I'm creeping out, I'm creeping out. I'm looking both ways. It looks clear. I'm starting to make my left. Bow. A car was in the turning lane illegally. I got the police report back, and it said that they were trying to turn at the next intersection. And California law says that you have to turn within 200 feet of entering the turning lane. So they entered illegally way back there to avoid traffic, and they were going fast in that turning lane where they shouldn't have been, and that's where we collided. That part said and done. After getting the police report back, she had no insurance. That's a good thing for me, and I'll tell you why. And also, she had a suspended license, so she shouldn't have been driving anyway. So I got into the accident on March 21st. Here's some of the great things about Teslas in general. I barely felt the hit. I was safe. Tesla called 911 for me. Tesla notified the app, which notified my wife, so she knew about my accident. Police arrived on the scene, took care of everything, right? I didn't have to worry about any of that. So I go through the app and I file the claim through the app. Everything's straightforward, everything's streamlined, everything's seamless. The closest place to me, the appointment was 2 weeks out. I didn't want to wait that long, so I went a little farther to Aliso Viejo. And yes, I had to travel kind of far to get there, right? But I think I went to the right place. If you get into an accident and you're in SoCal and that place is not too far for you, I highly recommend them because they took care of me. As soon as I got there, having Tesla insurance, one of my biggest concerns was the rental car, and they gave me a Model 3. They have Model Ys, they have Model 3s. I was happy with a Model 3 because, first of all, I got into an accident with a Model 3. And they give you a Tesla right then and there. You don't have to go through Hertz or through anyone. And then that rental has unlimited supercharging for free. So if you get any other rental car, you got to put gas in it. So the whole time the car was out, I have free charging. That's a bonus. That made me feel good. It was seamless how I went in there and they had the car ready for me. They told me everything they would do. They couldn't give me an estimate because they couldn't tell what was underneath the damage, so they had to pull everything off. And they were very communicative through the app. So anytime I had a question, I'd reach out to them. They'd reply pretty quickly. And again, I can't speak for every service center. I can only speak for that one. And it was a nice experience. All right, accidents are stressful. They took care of me. And they had the car for 10 days. It was ready on the 8th day, but then they said they want to go ahead and just make sure that everything, he didn't like the way the paint matched, so they redid the paint. That made me feel a whole lot better. So in total, the labor was $9,200. The total parts were $5,500. The total damage was $15,260. And I just paid the $1,000 deductible. When it comes to your deductible, you want it to be something you feel comfortable paying. Now, that deductible will be covered by my Tesla insurance. They will refund me, and I'll get to that in a minute. So the restraint control module was $583. The windshield, of course, was $900. The fender was $530. The cooling fan and shroud was $450. The front end assembly carrier was $530, and the hood was $1,080. The headlamp assembly, $1,516. That front fascia, just this front part right here, was $820. So those are just some of the main, more expensive parts that they had to fix. So just knowing that they took care of all that in 10, 11 days, makes me feel pretty good. But what about my insurance adjuster? So I had to pay that deductible straight up, and I wanted to pay for it and get it done with, because I need the car back, right? It is a lease. I am paying every month for it, so the longer it's out, I'm losing money, basically. And my adjuster has probably been the worst part about the Tesla insurance. They didn't get back to me after, it took them about 4 days to reach out to me, and then it was just an email asking for details and pictures and videos. So I sent them all the dash cam footage. Oh, that's another good thing about having a Tesla. You have dash cam footage. So that's the case. And while we're here, I'm going to replace this dashboard too. And I'll give you a link to where I got that from, So the hardest part was communicating with her. So I sent her all that information, and it's hard. There we go. So I sent her all that information, and she replied with nothing. So I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and eventually, man, this is hard, dude. So, she didn't really get back to me. It took her forever to get back to me. And damn. Ooh, did I break it? Ooh, I think I broke it. But anyway, there we go. But she didn't get back to me. And she said some stuff like, she was quiet. She was quiet for a long time. So then eventually, these corner angles are the hardest. Okay, I got that up. So she didn't say anything for a long time. So then I hit her back, and I was like, hey, what's going on? It looks like I did break one of them. This one looks broken right here. Yeah, that one's broken. So I'm probably gonna have to use some. The two of them break. Look, two of them broke. These two broke right here. 1, 2. 2 clips broke. 3 clips broke? Yep. Broke them. So, no putting those back in. 1, 2, 3. So I finally reached back out to her. I already got the car back. It's nice. It's running. No issues with it. It looks beautiful. So I finally hit her back, and I'm like, can I get an update? Have you heard anything? Did you get the police report? Do you need me to get the police report? And she did reply to the email. She said, I'll look into this. You think she looked into that? Man, I didn't hear from her. So more time passed, and I said, okay, let me go ahead. And I called her number, no answer. I left a message, and then I called. Dang. Then I called Tesla Insurance, and you know what the good thing is? Every time I've called Tesla Insurance, they have gotten back to me. I mean, they've answered. There was a long wait. They said, hey, oh, okay, I'm not your adjuster, but I can help you. And this is the second time that happened. It was not my adjuster, and they were able to help me. And they told me. They said, if you have, you have uninsured motorists, if that's on the police report, which it was, if that's on the police report, then your deductible will be paid for because you have that in your insurance. And I was like, okay, cool, right? Perfect. Thank you so much. And then he said, and then he said, then I asked about my tint. I said, well, I have a tint on my windshield that got replaced. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, if you just provide an invoice for that, we'll cover that too. How does that look? That look pretty clean, huh? Pretty clean. I guess it has to stay on perm now because this one is damaged. So I'm going to give them the invoice for my tint. So I'm going to get that money back. And then also, I'm going to get my money back for my deductible. And we're good to go. So overall, Tesla Insurance took care of me. They did a great job, except for my adjuster. Now, I do have their police report, and everything's on there, and I'm going to forward that to them, too. just a matter of time. I guess we need to find out how long it's going to take for me to get all my money back. And if my adjuster will ever get back to me, that's the bad part. But I guess there's somebody there that's still available and someone that you can talk to. I've read online about other people having issues with their adjuster. So I don't think it's just mine. I don't know if they're just overwhelmed or what. But I did get an email from Tesla Insurance to renew through Tesla Insurance. I guess they went through National State Insurance, and now they're branching off and doing their own thing again, and they will give me a discount. So the accident isn't on there. The accident did not affect my premium, and now that I won't be found liable for it, she's at fault for being where she shouldn't be. It shouldn't impact my insurance. So overall, though, it's a good experience. The worst part is dealing with my adjuster, or trying to deal with my adjuster, because I haven't heard from her. So overall, I do recommend Tesla Insurance. I know people in the market right now for a new Tesla, and they are inquiring about the insurances and different insurance policies. And I would definitely go with Tesla. Make sure you get that uninsured motorist, especially in Cali, because there's a lot of people out here that's just driving, just wilding out. I appreciate every single one of you, and thanks again for watching. Don't forget, Cobra told you. All right, y'all.